Just don't stand in center? Gotcha. Don't stand in center. Okay. $6,329 Oh god. Where the heckaroonies are we? I thought we were below ground. Oh no, this is some sort of simulation. Because Dalaman should not be in the sky. Elegance. We're in the freaking AR whatever now. Freaking virtual reality shit. That surely cannot be Dalaman. Where are we? The final resting place of Nael on Darnus. This is a grave for the undeserving. And for the crime of trespassing upon my god's sanctuary, this place shall serve as your grave too. Wah, evil magics. No! They're casting, stop them! Ruin, good job. Oh, there we go, launch the helmet off. Nicely struck, Ruin. In the hour of his failure, Nael von Darnus felt the currents of ether begin to bear away his essence. But before oblivion could claim the last of him, a divine will reached out, and I was born. So, like, traces of ether. So, like, as the dude was dying, and he was dissolving into ether, Bahamut, I guess, plucked a fragment of that ether and created this minion. Which is weird, we've never seen a primal do that before, but okie doke, I guess. Then did the words of my god resign in mine ears. Bring unto mine enemies crushing defeat, that they might know despair without end, and claim thee thus the victory which thou wert once denied. Okay, alright. The only ever time we've seen somebody get veins like that across their face is... oh, she turned into a dragon lady. Is, in Heaven's Word with Asinian. It would seem that little remained of Nael's essence when Bahamut plucked him from the brink of oblivion, and the result was this strange simulacrum. Nevertheless, her aura bespeaks great power. She channels the rage of the Elder Primal himself. I guess the Primal is supposed to be dragon, so... Lord Bahamut, thy wish is my command. None shall escape thy unquenchable fury. Come, ye dull, unthinking beasts, bare your teeth. They will avail you not in the calamity to come. Don't worry, I'm here. Ozzy's just like, alright, Kelvin, you've got this. Goodbye. I hit it with one ruin and that's it. Good luck. Ooh. I like the music in this place. Good music. Alright. I hold my attack. Alright, and we go. And they're gone. And they're back. I don't know what this icon means. I run. I keep running. Ah! Boulders. Up a red icon. Oh, a yellow icon. What do the icons mean? I don't know. I'm just running. I'm gonna keep running. Does it mean like continual bad things drop on me here? Whatever. I just run. Ah! I'm dying. Oh god, I'm dying. I'm okay. What does the green icon mean? Who knows? Oh, fucking Christ, dude. There's rocks everywhere, man. Okay, enemies. Up a third rock. Okay, okay. Maybe I have to hide behind some things or stand on top of certain rocks. I mean, the rocks have different colors. Certainly that has to mean something. 10 seconds to mega flare. Say what? 5 seconds to mega flare. 3. Shit. Okay, I assumed I had to hide behind. Ah! I assumed I had to hide behind a rock. The rocks are exploding. Oh, fuck. Alright, it's all you now, Ray. I didn't know the rocks would explode. Oh, fucking dragons around. Things have started turning fury. Oh, and they're the little swords that were in part of the moon. Damn, that shit started going ham. Oh, did we fail? Okay, this time I'll be aware that the rocks are gonna hurt. 'Icon means. I just keep running. Shit. Oh God. Oh Christ. Maybe I just can't be next to anything with it. Maybe that's the answer. Fucking rocks, dude. Seconds to mega flare. Okay, so as soon as it's done its mega flare thing, I gotta start running away from the rocks. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was the mega flare. Now I run away from the rocks. Run away from the rocks. Oh God, Christ, what happened? Shit. Not a fucking again, dude. I gotta. Okay. She's gonna kill me! Oh, Jesus, man. The rocks, dude. Okay. It'd have been better if I looked up a guide to this so I actually know what I'm doing. Fucking hell, dude. Oh my god, the fucking rocks are exploding. I can't. Oh, is it Mega Flare time? Oh no, not yet. Oh, no. Oh, God, they're fucking rocks, dude. Fucking Christ. Stop it. Okay, now is explosion time. Hold on. 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, run away from the rocks. Shit. Fuck. Gotta use my fucking fat. No, god damn it. The rocks are doing too much damage to me, dude. I don't. Maybe I need to put down my healing field immediately. Oh, did you do it? Okay. Good job, Runic. Yeah, the fucking rocks explosion hitting me from across the map, so I don't know how I was supposed to save myself from that. Up, the virtual reality field is disabled. Oh, good job, Runic. Their proximity-based damage? Okay. Don't know why I was getting my ass handed to me then. You want to open the loots? Or toss me a res? If I go or I press this, will I get returned to the start of the whole place? Yeah, I try to be away from the rocks, but like it felt like even the rocks that were like on the other side of the boss was still kicking my ass. You get returned here? Okay. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Ooh, Grimoire of Healing. Oh, that's a skull or shit, dude. What does this look like? Oh, it's a decently looking book, Okay. Well done, though, Runic. Well done. That shit was too much damage. That was a lot of damage. Much ouchies. Oh fuck, she's still alive. Mercy blow. Poor creature. What that you had never been born. Jeez. You had surrendered your physical form and collapsed into ether. Well, that's true. They were already dead, and they were just took a fragment of them. You had surrendered your physical form and collapsed into ether. Bahamut denied your death and imprisoned what little was left of you in an ethereal shell resembling what, I wonder? Images from your memory, perhaps? But that shell is now broken, and your primal deity seems disinclined to sustain your existence. Disinclined or unable? My primal deity, I kneel to no icon. What need have I to beg the favor of such filth? Oh, you're free from their influence? Surprising. I am Nael von Darnus, legatus of the 7th Legion. No. A moment. My thoughts are clouded, and this body is not mine own. Could it be that you spoke the truth? Was I ensorcelled by the Lesser Moon's ancient prisoner? That will not happen again. You speak as if Bahamut no longer controls you, but that's impossible. Once a primal ensnares a mind, it cannot be freed, as far as we know. Unless Bahamut simply relinquishes claim. What need has he of a broken spirit bound for the ethereal realm? Or he's just like, oh, this bitch broken, yeet! Oh, that I should fall prey to the very influence I thought sought to purge from the land. The irony is galling. But do not assume that all of my actions were chosen for me. It was my will that the Meteor Project be resurrected, mine and none other. It's basically just like, just in case you wanna suppose that maybe he was under the influence of Bahamut to bring down the moon, he was not. He was still an asshole. It seems that my grand designs were destined to fail. Even the ungentle release of death was denied me. Nael, please. You must tell us more of the calamity. I must know the truth of what has befallen the world, and what has become of my grandfather, Archon Louis Sois. You are Louis Sois' grandchild. Ah, the fates are generous with their cruelty. Continue on, if you would have your answers. They await you at the terminus of your path, but know that this path leads only to despair. The light of truth was ever harsh and unforgiving. Why do you say this? Grandfather will be freed once we put a stop to Bahamut's restoration, will he not? What are you not telling us? Steel yourself, child. Only unbending resolve and merciless strength can conquer what lies ahead. The weak can do naught but weep under the pall of their own misery, as did the frail child I once was. Dude. It's all because of my tragic backstory. Up. Mercy blow. Can't be suffered to continue to speak any longer. Silence, chattering raven. Your wretched wings are broken and you shall soar no more. Decimated. Eliminated. Final blow. KO. My crimson moon, your brilliance sears mine eyes. Well, they're dead now. I guess. The spurts to ether. Well, that's done with. I recognize that voice, Kelwyn. Oh shit, was that supposed to be Louis Sois? But never would he say such words. I know who he was. Come, let us finish what we came to do. All will be put aright when the final hook lies dormant. Grandfather will be himself again. I'm sure of it. That's why I feared that one. It's tough. That was tough. That was ouchies, man. Bahamut regenerates more swiftly than I anticipated. Let us hope that disabling this coil will serve to slow the process. This play seems different, but the controls appear to mimic the mechanism we found in the Lunalight Hulk. It should pose shouldn't pose a problem. You got this, Alize. Kelwyn, forgive me. The moment I beheld Nael's transformation, hope wilted in my heart. I did not believe you can stand against the manifestation of Bahamut's power. I couldn't. Runic did, though. Because we're stronger together. But canonically, yeah, no, I totally kicked that thing's ass. You know, what can I say? For all your fabled strength and skill, I felt certain that I was going to lose you. Just as I lost grandfather. Even he, a man for whom naught seemed impossible, was humbled before Bahamut's might. I'm glad you care about me, I'll say. Thanks. It's alright, we're good though. I kicked its ass. Canonically. Uncanonically, I got my ass kicked, but whatever. And yet, look how far we have come. We're here. 'Tis incredible, the feats of which we are capable, our boundless potential. Especially together. It was this capacity for greatness, I believe, that grandfather so dearly wished to protect. With all that has occurred, I have come to understand that much at least. Stoic nod. Console disabled. Here, apparently 2 more consoles to disable. Tis done. Shall we make our way back to the surface and gather our thoughts? We have seen much that will benefit from Urianche's learned perspective. But wait. There's more. Oh, fuck. Alize, no. Fucking attacked outright, dude. What am I doing? Don't just stare and be in shock. Draw a weapon. Grandfather, it is you. Then, why? I don't fucking know Louiswa's voice. Abandon this quest, Alize. I will not countenance further sabotage of the coils. Sabotage? But we must disable the coils if we are to prevent Bahamut's revival. Your defiance seals your fate. He's raising his hand again. Oh, thank goodness. I'm standing in front, but looking menacing. Where's my weapon drawn? No. No, you are not who I thought you were. My grandfather would never... Foolish girl. How could the White Raven allow herself to be bested by such sniveling opponents? He's possessed. Listen well. We all exist at the pleasure of one divine will. Have we seen... Is this just a Bahamut thing, or like, do people that are normally tempered have glowing eyes like this? I don't think so. I think this is just an indicator specifically for Bahamut. I don't think we've seen this in this way before. And the word of Lord Bahamut is absolute. He's tempered. Get him. Scurry back into your holes, vermin. You have been granted this one reprieve, but should you be so foolish as to crawl into my lord's domain again, I will crush the life from you myself. And there he goes, I guess, teleports away, I guess. The light in grandfather's eyes. He has suffered the same fate as Nael. You think he, like, died and then, like, he, like, took a little bit of the ether from him? Can Bahamut just do that? Or does the individual have to be tempered first, or say what? Because, like, there was a whole bunch of people that died in Kargna that he could probably just, like, I don't know, grab the ether from. Is this a Bahamut-specific thing? Questions. Lore questions. Maybe it's it requires a lot of power and he can only do it, like, for a couple individuals. I don't fucking know. Oh my god, Alice is crying. Don't worry, friend. Don't worry. It's all right. My grandsire is no more. That was not but a phantom that profanes his noble memory. This mockery must be expunged. I will not rest until I free grandfather's soul from Bahamut's tyranny. Do you hear me, Bahamut? Your time is at an end. Eorzea and my family will be avenged. Okie dokie. Up, that's the exit. Boop. Top down here. You hear like the heartbeat in this part of the dungeon, or the coils or whatever. Alrighty. Oh shit, we out here. Are we back in Northern Thailand again? Yes, we are. Hey, Alice, what's up? Alice is keen to seek Urianche's learned opinion on the disturbing events which unfolded during the expedition in the second coil. Truly, it is wonderful to escape that stifling air and return to Northern Thailand again, it would appear. I must thank you, Kelwyn. Were it not for your bravery, I strongly doubt that I would be standing here now. But you need not tarry on my account. The danger has passed. Pray, go on ahead and apprise Urianche of all that has occurred. I will join you anon. My thoughts are yet unruly, and I would rest here a while. I'll rest here with you, Alice. We can go back together. It's okay. You can talk to me. Pray, return to the Waking Sands and report our success to Urianche. I shall follow in due course. Alright, pray return to the Waking Sands. We've been ordered. Yeah, okay, we gotta get back to Waking Sands, though. Okay. Alright, Urianche, you're back. You will not believe the shit that we have seen with our two eyes. There was a lady. Turned out with a fragment of a dude. Turned into a dragon. It was interesting. The triumphant hero doth return. Thine eyes speak of the dread task's completion. The second coil now lieth dormant. Yet I sense the tidings thou bearest are not altogether glad. Pray tell me, what ill hath cast that the shadow which falleth now across thy brow? Oh, also Alize's grandfather, Buttershade, enthralled to Bahamut. An old foe and an old friend. So 'twas but the ethereal shadow of Master Louis Soir that Lady Alice beheld, an unnatural conjuration enthralled to the elder primal. The fiend should deign to choose him of all men. Even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured? Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if Lady Alize did absent herself from future forays into the coils. No, man, she's determined to see this through. I've come too far to surrender to grief, Urianche. Yeah. See? My lady. I'm resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would speak first of the coil's late guardian, Nael von Darnus. Van Darnus was the legatus of the Gallian Empire, who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did set. So the sixth... Wait. I thought it was the seventh umbral calamity. Ah, fuck numbers. If thou hast heard tales of the White Raven, then it is he of whom they speak. Aye, he, I say. For Nael was certainly... was for certainty no maid. Oh, okay, the setting of the 6th astral era. Got it. Gotcha. Okay, so the setting of the 6th sun, the setting of the 6th astral era into the 7th umbral calamity. Okay. I got it. Okay, everything's square now. The numbers make sense. The noble house of Darnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Alag. Okay. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn the true nature of Dalamont, and to seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. But the crystal tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground. Yeah, only the crystal tower came about after the calamity, compelling Nael to instruct a far less subtle mechanism, and in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamont, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Thenceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. He was fortunate indeed to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. Now, it wasn't by chance. The fucking Nael went seeking that nonsense. Not to seek to be enthralled, but, you know. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of bungling Von Darnus's resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was as content to have a handmaiden as a manservant. Sure. I only hope that the 2 thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Nael's words, those beloved children of whom he spoke. I assumed at first that he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we must need remove this source of worship, otherwise our efforts to disable the coil shall be for naught. Forgive me mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the primal thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire? 'Tis but a shade. My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won but by a single method, the destruction of Bahamut, and aught that might serve to sustain him. Kelwyn, while Uriashi and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your inimitable talents. That we have achieved so much, I owe to you. I fear, however, that our trials have barely begun. Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louisoix, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every Charlayan, or every true Charlayan. Yet when each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain protect, must we truly reach for more? Yes. Yes. If we hadn't discovered that Bahamut was being resurrected, he would eventually come to be resurrected again, and it would rain destruction upon us. So yeah, ooh, we're having, oh no, Louisoix is a shade or whatever, but we can't fix it unless we know. The truth will be the truth and will continue to exist whether we know it or not, and better to know it and better prepare for it than not. Freaking hell, Uriashi. An Alphino lurking in the shadows. So you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secret, for the key that only you and I hold? Mysterious. Given our familiar propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that keys may serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them. Ooh, metaphorical. And Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest, to whom the door should never have been opened. Okay, Alphino, be mysterious, I guess. Alright, the next part. I assume it's fragments of truth. Yep. Rianshe would speak with you regarding your mission to prevent Bahamut's return. Man is wont to cast light wherever so secrets lie hid in darkness. Though that which he illuminateth seldom bringeth him joy. So it is with such unhappy truths as Bahamut's immense shadow doth conceal. Okay, Ari, I should have to read that fucking twice just to make sure I got the meaning from that. Yet ever onward forgeth Mistress Alize, undeterred by the burden of knowledge that weigheth heavy on her heart. 'Tis a perilous path she hath chosen, and a painful one. I prithee, Kelwyn, remain by her side as her valiant blade, that she might see her quest to its conclusion. Of course. A screenshot. Kelwyn, it is well that you are here. My lady, how might I serve you this day? I have met with some difficulties in my mission, Rianshe, and I should be grateful for your counsel. As you know, Bahamut's physical form is regenerating beneath the Cartano Flats even as we speak. If we are to prevent his return, we must needs disable the 2 remaining internment hulks that sustain him. Every moment our mission is delayed, the realm is pushed closer to the brink of destruction. Alas, though I have determined the location of the fragments of Dalman leading to the hulks, I've been unable to find a way to enter them. And gaining admittance is but the first step in our perilous undertaking. When last thou descended into Bahamut's subterranean fastness, thou didst discover, didst thou not, that the dread primal had bound the shade of Nael von Darnus onto his will. Recap, we just did this, but recap, because this was separated by patches, I guess. And though thou didst consign the fallen legatus to blessed oblivion, thou mayst recall that the piteous wretch was not alone. Doubt not that Bahamut's other thrall shall seek to hinder thy passage. Oh, he's avoiding it. Ah, yes, he was not alone. There were other thralls. Not dancing around this. You can say his name, Urianger. I've not forgotten that my grandfather is waiting for us. My lady, I would remind you, as I must oft remind myself, the man whom we both loved and revered is no more. What remaineth is but a shade which defileth his memory. The vile verbiage that spilleth from his lips must not be heeded, for it cometh not from your grandsire, but from Bahamut himself. You need not worry, Ariage. Come what may, I will not stray from the course. I will not let grandfather's sacrifice be in vain. But mere words will not take us whither we must go. As I said, I have been unable to find a way to enter the fragments of Dalmond. My lady, might I suggest that you visit the fragments again in Kelwyn's company? Full oft hath the warrior of light set events into motion by virtue of her presence alone. 'Tis possible that she may do so again. The protagonist's powers are staggering. Staggeringeth. I like that. Thou shalt see for yourself the powers of protagonist. I, the while, shall search the answers of mine own. By our efforts combined, full sure am I that the path shall be revealed to us ere long. Were it anyone else, I should question the wisdom of such advice. Yet I cannot deny what you say about Kelvin is true. Protagonist powers! Very well, I shall do as you suggest. Kelvin, let's go. Let's put your protagonist powers to good use. Assuming you have no objections, of course. Stoic nod. Good. Now we seek entry to the two fragments of Dalamond. One lies at the burning wall to the east in eastern Thenland, and the other at the singeing shards in Mordona. I left an assistant at each location with instructions to continue searching for means of ingress. It is not impossible that they could since have found something useful to us. Let's begin by visiting my man at the burning wall. Dex, I think it was. Wait, the dude's name is Dex? Okay. Speak with Aliday's assistant at the burning wall. Alright, we're teleporting. The Camp Drybone. Aliday friggin' got people in every friggin' organization. This guy's probably in the Immortal Friggin' Flames. God forbid, Aliday, be on our bad side. Not that there hasn't been spies in the Grand Companies before. Pretty far in here, pretty far in here. Oh, there it is, there it is. So yeah, there's one that was in the Imperial Castrum in Lenosha, and then there's one out by the Northern Shroud here, then one here. Amidst all this crystal. I really love this this portion of the zone. Like, look at all this cool, like, waterfall shit. Oh, we flew over him, we flew over him. No. Higher. Oh, he's above us. Oh, they're above us. Oh, there he is. Dude located. Oh no, he's not in the Immortal Flames. He's wearing very fancy garb. I say, are you not Mistress Light, my lady's most faithful companion? Sinis, madam, at your service. Oh, I thought your name was something else. And may I say what an honor it is to meet you. Stoic nod. Oh, hey, Aliday. How goes the survey, Dex? Ahem, my lady. It shames me to say that I have found no viable path to the fragment. Though it stands there before our very eyes, the way thither has thus proven impassable. When the fragment fell and pierced the land, it caused a prodigious amount of aether to spew forth. 'Twas this that gave rise to the land's twisted lay, which seems destined to thwart our efforts. Even were an opening to exist, I fear that we would struggle to reach it. We cannot give up. Keep trying. So near and yet so far. Well, it avails us not to stand here and stare at this thing. Let us away to Mordona. Okay. And try the other fragment. Perhaps Sinis has fared better. Oh, is she confusing these two people? Because this guy just introduced himself as Sinis. He didn't even correct her. Upon that note, my lady, there's something I must tell you. I'm sorry to report that I lost contact with my brother just over a bell ago. As you know, the singeing shards are home to many fell creatures, ogres among them. While I do not wish to cause you undue alarm, I fear something unspeakable may have happened to Dex. What? Why didn't you give me strength? We must hurry to my assistant's aid, Kelwyn. Anything else to say? The singeing shards are home to a host of fell creatures, ogres among them. Okay. It would not be too much trouble. I should be most grateful if you would find my brother and keep my lady safe. Of course, of course. Okay. Lots of travel here for nothing really. Alright, to Revan's Toll. Oh, lots of traveling around, lots of traveling around. What are we looking for? It says rescue Alizé's assistant in the singeing shards. Oh, here it is, here it is. Okay, is this why Alizé confused them? Because they look similar. They do his hair, this guy doesn't. They did say they were brothers. Thank ye, adventurer. For a moment there I feared that my bones were to be ground up and used to bake bread. I'm relieved to see that you are unharmed. It is wrong of me to press such a dangerous task upon you. My lady, your worries are wasted on me. 'Twas nothing at all, I assure you. Ahem. If it pleases you, I shall report my findings. As you can see, though the tip of the fragment is exposed, the rest is encased in rock and crystal, rendering it impossible to enter the structure. We might try excavating the area around the fragment, but it is like to take time, and there really is no telling how deep we may need to dig before we find a suitable point of ingress. As such, I am forced to conclude that gaining entry to this fragment is unrealistic. Forgive me, my lady. Confound it. We are losing precious time. What are we to do now? Ding-a-ling, I'm getting a message on the link pearl. 'Tis I, Urianger. Glad tidings I have for thee, my lady. For a blessing, a way hath been found by which thou mayst enterest the remaining fragments of Dalamond. Pray, escort Mistress Alizé to the ceruleum processing plant in northern Thanalan. There all shall be made clear. I mean, we keep Xing in at Thanalan, so maybe it is all linked somehow. Yo, Urianger said we need to go to Thanalan. Urianger has found a way. It appears so. Then we must go to him at once. Anything else to say, Alizé's assistant dude? Dex, I believe. Indeed, link on my account. Should Master Urianger's method prove viable, rest assured I shall put many moms between myself and this place. Okay. Oh, we keep traveling, we keep traveling. Cerulean processing plant. Thanks for sticking around, Runic. If you ever want to bounce out, you know, feel free to. And if you need to go or anything like that, just let me know, and I'll either continue this thing at another point, or you know, maybe I'll just queue for it and do other things in the meantime or whatever. Yeah, thanks for hanging out through all the quest reading and stuff. Mine apologies for summoning you thus from afar, my lady, but 'tis here that your journey may finally begin. I did wonder. To my knowledge, there are no fragments in northern Thanlan. We keep exiting here, I'll say.
Nor are you mistaken, my lady. Yet a pathway doth exist, one which you yourself have made use of in the past.
Exactly.
At the conclusion of your several forays in the binding coils, 'twas at the crystal formation which lieth to the north of this place that you did emerge, was it not?
Yes, an ethereal stream bore us back to the surface. That much I had surmised. Are you suggesting that we can use it to return underground? And even if that were possible, would it not simply bear us back to those places which we have already explored?
It needs not, my lady. Pray, allow me to explain. Upon the evidence of your experience, it seemeth plain that two internment hulks may share the self-same ether ingress. From this we did infer that others may be connected in likewise. Thus do we labor along to verify the existence of further tributaries to self-same stream, in which task we were at length successful. 'Twas then that a matter of arriving at a solution to the problem of traveling to an unattuned destination.
That sounds like Y'shtola has done that before.
And that one might reach what we may call the headwater. We propose to employ a modified etherite, which serveth to amplify such ripples as do originate from said source. But focusing one's essence upon these ripples, it should be possible to make the journey. Yet be fairly warned, my lady. As with all untried modes of ethereal travel, this method entaileth considerable danger. Merely to attempt the voyage could cost your life.
That is a risk I'm willing to take. You're brilliant, Urianger. It's not a risk I'm willing to take. I've taken such a risk before, but surely, like, I don't know how close Bahamut is to resurrection, and I guess he's got his minions roaming about that could, I don't know, turn back on things on again, but I don't know. Surely we could try to wait to find another way. Alright, I guess, life-risking time. But I'm curious, did you have assistance in forming this plan? I could not help notice your repeated use of the word we, unless you have taken to using majestic plural in our absence.
Ah, yes, I use the royal we now, as pertaineth to my use to the speech.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Ah, ahem. Nay, my lady. As you have correctly surmised, I was not alone in this endeavor.
Meaning there are others who are aware of our mission. I mean, Y'shtola sounded like she could have been helpful in that nonsense, but I think he means Alphino.
Certainly not, my lady.
Well, it cannot be helped now. We're not going to question? Alright. Preventing, or maybe he's just like, no, I didn't, they don't know about it really. I just sort of like asked them, you know. Well, it cannot be helped now. Preventing Bahamut's return is what matters. Oh no, it can't be helped that more people are informed, okay. If some secrecy must be sacrificed to achieve our goal, then so be it. Yeah, sometimes we gotta let more people in the fold. Alright.
We're still going.
Over to the exit. Dalaman's Talon. Talons. We got some people in the Immortal Flame set up over there, setting up an etherite.
Verily, 'twas not my wish to withhold knowledge of the aid I received. I pray that Mistress Alizé will forgive me when she learneth of its source.
Alphino? I don't think that would be a problem. So that must be the modified aetherite. But what are the Immortal Flames doing here? Those men may be sworn to Flames of Uldar, but they are first and foremost faithful retainers of House Lavayer. Jeez, often though in Alice they are like Charlene royalty. Alphino, so it was you who was helping Urianger. Who else could it have been, dear sister? Lest you worry, I have no intention of making the details of your venture public. Like you, I would prefer to avoid causing a panic. But given that which is at stake, namely the survival of the realm, one must be willing to accept help when it's offered. Would you not agree? At the very least, do not be cross with Urianger. 'Twas at my behest that he kept silent. Yeah, I guess these guys had a bit of a falling out, like at the start of the game. Well, not the start of the game. When you're after you've slain Ifrit, some of the your first primal, so the grand companies want to recruit you, and we go to each of the different places to hear a speech that each of the different leaders give about as a memorial to the Battle of Cardinal. And at each of those rallies, basically, it's like it says a memorial service, but it's basically rallies. You meet with Alphino and Alizé. That's when you first meet these characters. And then after that, we're not there, but we get there's a little moment between Alphino and Alizé where Alizé doesn't like that the leaders basically did turn what should have been memorial service into like a hoorah rallies. We're like, yeah, our nation's gonna keep going strong, etc., etc. Alizé didn't like that the leaders didn't mention anything about the Warriors of Light in their thingy either, or that each of the nations were just like, yeah, like they basically were like disregarding history to be like, yeah, it was, you know, like we did so much during the Battle of Cardinal and stuff like that, or like yeah, giving themselves more credit and not saying anything about the Warriors of Light and stuff like that. And so Alizé was just like, I don't trust the leadership of Eorzea, and I'm going to go my own path. And she frigged off while Alphino remained behind, and we get Alphino during a lot of the A Realm Reborn, and we don't see Alizé until this point in time. And so I guess they had a disagreement. And at the end, Alphino says, I hope that eventually we'll see eye to eye. And then Alizé is just like, I hope so. And then they both leave. So they kind of had a falling out. And this is where they first come together. So we will speak later.
Pray, forgive me, my lady, but knowing full well your intent, I judged it meet that Master Alphino be informed. Though your grandsire hath become Bahamut's thrall, his noble blood courseth yet through both your veins, and if he must needs be struck down.
Do you hear that, Alphino? I mean to strike down grandfather. And when I have done so, I shall banish Bahamut to the ether. Nothing you say will sway me from my course. I will protect Eorzea, and I will uphold grandfather's legacy. Grandfather's legacy? So you still do not know what you yourself desire. Your actions are still driven by borrowed resolve. Borrowed resolve? What does that have to do with anything? Protecting Eorzea with grandfather's goal, and we made it ours. Both of us. That is why we came here, unless you have forgotten. Gods forbid I should ever forget, Alizé. But you misunderstand. I do not question your resolve, only whence it came. If it were your own, you would be able to tell me precisely why you desire so fervently to protect Eorzea. Yet you cannot, for it is not your resolve, but grandfather's. You may struggle to see the difference, but borrowed resolve shall never be as strong as that which springs from within. That's fair enough, fair enough. You know, you can be like, I want to do this for someone, and that's okay as well. But I guess if you're like, if you want to defend Eorzea for the merit of Eorzea itself, the people of Eorzea, like that's what Alphino said, he wanted to protect the people. Then yeah. But let us speak of this another time. For now, preventing Bahamut's return is all that matters. To be plain, I have no objections to striking down whatever is left of Grandfather. Know, however, that I will be accompanying you this time. As a son of House Leveilleur, I would be present for his final moments. Now, you can't deny him that, I'll say. Very well, you may join us. On one condition, I make the decisions. Erkenrad, okay. If it pleases my lady, the name's Erkenrad. Our preparations are just about complete. When you're ready to embark on your mission, just give me the word. I'll be waiting for you at the cerulean processing plant. Pay no heed to my brother. You can rely on me. We have come far together, you and I, and together we shall see our journey to its end. Listen, dude, more friends is always better. Alright. This should finally be what unlocks the next part of it.